Bible study. James chapter 1, 5 verse 5 through 8. Single-mindedness versus double-mindedness. Christian character trait. Here we go. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives it to all liberally, without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, single-mindedness, in faith, with no doubting, double-mindedness, right? For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea driven and tossed by the wind. The wind is Satan, prince of the power of the air. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. Or women, right? So here we go. It says double-minded, right? Means you're not asking in faith. Your faith is all over the place, right? So you don't have faith in one truth, in one way, Jesus Christ, right? Double-minded, you're all over the place. So here we go. To ask in faith requires that our petition is accordance to the will of God, according to his will, right? One, double-mindedness, right? Proverbs 24, verse 21. A man is given over to change, right? To overthrow the king, right? He's overthrowing a king's system, right? He doesn't want to listen to God. He wants to do it his own way. I think we all have this issue sometimes, right? Leaning on our own understanding. Two, veering from our course to another, one course to another. We're going different ways, right? Different. God told us to do this thing, one thing, right? And we end up going another way. God told me I got to do this, or God, and you're all over the place, right? Double-minded. Veering from one course to another shows lack of divine control. Galatians 5:8, right? 1 Corinthians 14:33, right? God is a God of order and completion and understanding and knowledge and wisdom. 1 Corinthians 14:33, he is not a God of confusion, right? So if we're veering off course, if we want to overthrow the system, if we're confused, then obviously it's us, double-mindedness, right? How we need to be single-mindedness. We need to be asking what according to God's will. What is your will? And stick with that one course until it is complete, because God is a God of completion. Mark 9:24. Mark 9:24 says, we'll start at 23. Jesus said to him, if you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. Ready? Immediately, the father of the child cried out and said with tears, Lord, I believe. Help my unbelief. Help my unbelief, right? So he's single-mindedness. He's single-mindedness, right? Because it says if you lack wisdom, if you lack understanding, if you don't ask God for the wisdom. So even if we are double-minded, even if we're leaning on our own understanding, if we're having issues, right? What do? Get back single-mindedness with the Lord, right? To ask in faith requires that our petition is according to what? God's will. Ready? 1 John 5:14. Now, this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have the petition we have asked of him. Single-mindedness versus double-mindedness. Amen.